All right, this is your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be about various topics. There's a lot that I came across last night. And instead of me just coming up with one subject, I figured, let's bring out a few subjects, a few topics, and tie in a scripture or two to each one, because there was a lot that I came across yesterday and I was like, man, this is all good, so this is one of them that I came across on Facebook. And this image right here is funny because it says, while you're busy changing images, don't forget this one, which is Caesar Borgia, which is who people ignorantly call the Lord Jesus Christ. All right. Which his real name is Yahweh Shai. All right. And this basically started last year, because of the George Floyd murder. It led into the BLM movement. And then after that, this world felt like they had to give respect or pay homage or show some type of love to so-called black people. So one of the things that they did was take these images off of these syrup products and these other food products or whatever and replace them with their own, replace them either with a white face or nothing, and at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if you do that or not, because we that's not justice, man. Death, blood, sweat, and tears for hundreds of years, just for that, changing the face on a food product that contains high fructose corn syrup, it's not gonna do it, man. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said that they're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. That's the real justice that we're looking forward to, man. Not removing our faces from a poisonous food product, But at the end of the day, this is true. If you want to change images and show some real respect and, and everything like that, you need to take this image down, man. Because the scriptures definitely tells you otherwise, that he looks different, okay? He does not look like this. You can read the whole Bible. The whole thing, you will not find a description of him looking like this. Not even close. Not even close, man. Okay? But this is written in the scriptures that they was going to paint the likeness of their images. This is Esau, man. He does this so then he can put that fear upon the people that he's in complete rulership. Okay? It comes with the whole thing, man. When you rule the world that we're currently living in, you got to go to him for everything. You got to go to him to buy a car. You got to go to him to buy a house. You got to go to him to put your kid in school. You got to go to him to give birth. You got to go to him to buy food. You got to go to him for everything, man. You got to go to him to be successful in this life. And then when you put all of that, and then you put that the Lord God actually looks like him, it puts complete fear upon the people. It really makes these people believe that they are the chosen one, especially when you go over there in the land of Israel today and you got those so-called Jewish people over there, man. It just makes it's a whole thing, man. But they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. One reason, so then we wouldn't know who we are, because they didn't want us to wake up to know who we are. But like it said in Baruch, we were going to remember ourselves within our captivity. And that's what you're seeing going on all across the world right now. You're seeing a lot of brothers wake up and teach this truth to who we really are. And they getting afraid of that, man, because now they're seeing these prophecies happen that we're speaking of. And now they're getting nervous. Well, they supposed to. They supposed to be like that, man. But at the end of the day, if you want to bring out some real truth, if you want to give some real respect, take that bitch ass image down of Caesar Borgia and put up the real image of Yahweh Shai. Okay? But they're not going to do that, man. Because like it says in the book of Revelation, they're not going to repent for their evils or their wickedness. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 46. It says, wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mosphah over against Jerusalem. For Mosphah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. So this been happening for years, man. Hundreds of years, thousands of years. Okay. This has been happening for a very long time. These Edomites out here will paint the likeness of our images, man. They will make the saints look like them. They'll make the angels look like them. Now, they're making the Lord and our power look exactly like them. But it's a big ass lie, man. Because like I said, when you go to Revelation, this is just one of the scriptures. When you go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 13, it tells you that he looks completely opposite. It's Revelation chapter 1, verse 13, and it says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So there you go, man. Okay, his feet like unto fine brass. What's the color of brass? It's brown. And as if they burned in a furnace. If you burn anything, what color does it change into? It turns black. What do they call us today? So-called black people. But even, either way, either way, he was a man of color, man. Okay. And then, like I said, it was as if he burned in a furnace, meaning he was very dark, man. He was very dark. Okay. Then it said his head and his hairs were white like wool. He had woolly hair and it was white, man. White represents wisdom. Okay. So there you go, man. You put these pieces together. He's completely different from what they put up today. And this is one of the things that really, it doesn't irk me or doesn't bother me a lot, but it just shows you that this world doesn't have common sense. They can't put 2 and 2 together. This is as easy as what's 1 plus 1, man. You should easily be able to figure out what this is. But a lot of people want to put that, Salakia, a lot of people want to put that pride on them so hard to the point where they don't want to bring out or support the truth, because they want to put this whole thing of, oh, well, this is God, so we don't know what he looks like. We've never seen him before, so you can't really say. But then you got the nerve to believe in the so-called Caesar Borgia, which you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. And it clearly tells you that he was here in the flesh. Okay, he was here in the flesh, just like me and you. He was here in the flesh thousands of years ago, right? 2,000 years ago. Then after that, they can find all these artifacts and fossils and everything of everybody else that lived back then, and all of these other things from the Roman Empire, from the Greek Empire. They can find all of these different history things or whatever. But you trying to tell me they don't have anything of our Lord who is here in the flesh? This is where, these people get tripped up, man. This is where these people get tripped up. They just don't want to support the truth. And Yahweh Shai is going to destroy those people who don't support this truth, man. Especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that just want to continue to be wicked, man. You just don't want to grow with their knowledge. So, hey, man, if you want to continue to do that, then so be it. Your future will be damnation, man. So now I got this other article right here from nationalpost.com. It says inflation is coming, signs that everything is about to get much more expensive. Okay. And it says, we have bad news for you, reader. Real estate is crazy expensive. Your money isn't going to do anything for you in a bank account. And now that $20 in your pocket may start hemorrhaging value just by virtue of existing. Below a rundown of all the reasons that your loonies could soon be losing up to 5 cents of value every year. It says lumber prices are out of control. A 2x4 that cost $4 a year ago is now north of $15. Canada's food price report is seeing grocery prices rise faster than at any point since they started tracking them. Oh, and there's that little issue of an absolutely untamed housing bubble reaching every corner of the Canadian map. Gasoline is also spiking up in value, but petroleum is always a bit of a wild card, so best not lump it in with other consumer spending. In its purest form, inflation means that everything gets more expensive. The value of a dollar goes down, so you need more of them to buy a Big Mac, which is why a Big Mac cost 88 cents in 1978 and $5.69 in 2021. Woo! So it's very reasonable to assume that if your dollar suddenly can't buy you nearly as much as it used to, then it might have begun to devalue. And that's the point, man. When we tell you, when they hand out these stimulus checks and everything like that, man, they're devaluing their dollar, man. And they're doing this on purpose. Why? Because they want to go into this digital era. They want to make sure that they get to the point where the mark of the beast is presentable to the whole world. And that's where your currency and your whole life will be. It will be on that chip. It will be the most efficient way to keep track of you, of everything that you do on your everyday life, man. That will be the ultimate way to control you, okay? But at the end of the day, the dollar is losing its value, you know? And that's why we be like, man, you know, you see the economic collapse of Slovakia of America, but people get excited for these stimulus checks, man. They don't know where this money is coming from, okay? But at the end of the day, the dollar's losing value, man. It's getting ready to crash. We see these prices going up all the time, man. You know, because at the end of the day, like they said, man, we seeing the gas prices go up. Man, you know, I live in a small town, and it's about to be damn near $4 per gallon out here. So I can only imagine what it's like in the bigger cities, in the major cities. Okay, so let's get this. This is Habakkuk 2:6. It says, shall not all these things take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. When you look up that Hebrew word for thick clay, it means debt. It means heavy debt. And that's exactly what America is in. America has heavy debt. Okay? And that heavy debt is decreasing their value of their dollar, man. America is slowly, not even slowly, it's fastly approaching to becoming a third world country, man. Then it says, woe to him that increases that which is not his. Who increases in which is not his? Esau. He came over here and stole the land from the Indians. He made us slaves and made us build up this country. And then he said that it was his. After he done took it by blood and sweat and tears, man. Rape, robbery, and murder. After he done did all these things, he increased in it. He became rich. He became powerful off of our bodies, man. Okay? That's why it says, how long? How long is he going to be ruling like this after he did all this wickedness? We seeing his rulership is coming to an end now. And one of the signs that happened today that I came across before I did this video, Joe Biden over here stumbling up some stairs, fell 3 times while going up the stairs. He fell once, picked himself up, 1 step later, fell again. Then he fell in the middle of the second fall, man. And this is the dude that's supposed to lead America and everything like that, man. America is through, man. It's through, man. At the end of the day, this heavy debt that America has is going to cause them to go into this digital era, which they want in the first place, man. Okay? They want this in the first place. So now I got this other article about the woman that went viral with her friends and everything like that, where they were acting all ratchet and everything. They felt like they can get away with their damn, get off the screen. Okay. And they felt like they could get away with coughing on the Uber driver, and they were over here pretty much not terrorizing, but just harassing them and everything like that, man, and coughing on them and all these other things. And he got everything on camera. And pretty much, you know, he wasn't gonna he stopped the car so he can tell them to get out, and they wasn't feeling it, so they started harassing them even more. But like I said, he got all of that on camera, and then he ended up winning that case. They said I think he ended up getting like $35,000 on a GoFundMe account because of him damaged properties and everything that he had in his car. He ended up making a decent amount of money. Now, this lady right here that you see with her damn mouth open, it says right here, woman who coughed on Uber driver faces 16 years in prison. Woo! The Uber passenger who was filmed abusing the driver over his mask policy has been identified and charged with 2 felonies. Here's the full story, including how long she could be facing in prison for her despicable actions. We don't got to read the whole article. You know, it's videos out here that brothers are already did, you know, exposing her. And then even if you want to read it for yourself, this is on 22words.com, or you just Google it. Women who called an Uber driver faces 16 years in prison, and you'll find it easily. So her and her stupidity, her and her pride got her in a position now where she's about to serve over a decade and a half of jail time, man. And that's exactly what she deserved, man. That's exactly what she deserved. And a lot of these women now here, they're gonna learn the hard way, man. They're definitely gonna learn the hard way. You need to humble down and stop acting like just because you're a female, nothing's not gonna happen to you, man. That is not the case no more, man. And that's not going to be the case soon, coming into these last days with Jacob's trouble. Because at the end of the day, when Jacob's trouble begins, a lot of these women, these OnlyFans women, these Instagram model women, these women out here selling themselves, these women that want to showcase themselves on Front Street all the damn time, you're going to be targets, man. Because these men out here that's going to be in great fear, or these men who's going to lose it, they're not going to think about you and respect your boundaries anymore, man. They're going to be out here acting wild, man, running wild, literally. And they're going to see these fine women out here, and they're going to recognize a lot of you women, and they're going to take you, man. They're going to take you. And it's going to be worse than just getting jail time. They're going to take you, man. And they're going to do whatever they want with you. Because in that day, all hell's going to break loose, man. It's going to be a real life purge movie. It ain't going to be no... I shouldn't do this because I might get locked up or whatever. Man, police ain't even gonna do nothing in that day, man. It is gonna be straight up anarchy out here, chaos. But to get back to this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 17. It says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. They were in the car at first, all calm and quiet or whatever. Then after that, as soon as he told him that, yeah, you got to put on the mask, her wickedness changed her whole countenance, man. She started turning into a damn demon because she didn't want to get out the car and not take the ride because she didn't want to have to put on a mask, man. Come on, man. Verse 18, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth this, shall sigh bitterly. That's saying a lot. Verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. And that's exactly what happened. The portion of a sinner did fall upon her. What happens to a sinner? Mainly death, but there are other penalties for sinning as well. Hey, man, she was going off, man. Disrespecting that man instead of just easily just going to put on a mask real quick so you can get to your next destination. She wants to act like a damn demon. And now, all of her pride and all of that folliness, her silliness got her locked up, like I said, for over a decade, man. Which she deserved, man. Your ass should have just sat down, did what you were supposed to do like everybody else, and just go on with your life, man. You could have been with your friends right now. You probably still could have been taking your selfies or whatever you do in your everyday life. But now you locked up, man. And there's nothing you can do about it. You should just follow orders. Follow orders. Everybody don't like putting on a mask. But guess what? We do it, though. We just go ahead and follow. Like it says in the scriptures, man, give to Caesar what's Caesar and give to the Lord's what's his, man. Esau telling you got to put on a mask. Esau telling you got to put on a mask, go in the store, do this, do that. Let's go ahead and do that shit, man. Just go ahead and do it because you're not going to fight back. You're not going to fight back. There's people out here that's going to embrace these laws, man. Okay. So now let's get to the next article. Let me see the Biden. Another thing about Biden popular. It says Biden, the defense secretary, warns U.S. forces ready to fight tonight after North Korea warning. It says Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin on Thursday warned North Korea that U.S. forces are ready to fight tonight after the dictatorship condemned military drills taking place in South Korea. The U.S. and South Korean militaries have resumed springtime drills in South Korea after pausing exercises last February due to that concerns. Austin discussed the U.S. military's commitment to denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula and the importance of maintaining military readiness during a press conference Wednesday. So we're not going to read this whole thing. There's going to be a lot about this too. But the point is, as you can see, Biden's defense secretary wants U.S. forces ready to fight tonight after North Korea warning. Biden is doing exactly what Donald Trump was starting, man. You know, he's about to finish the job, man. He's going to go against, you know, Russia, Iran, Turkey, North Korea, China. And every time it was a video that came up, they said every time a simulation came up of China going against the U.S. failed. Every single time, man. Every single time. And that's exactly what's going to happen. You know, because those Israelis over there, man, they getting ready to go to war. They getting ready for the battle. And the U.S. had their allies with them, man. So they're automatically going to follow suit and fall behind them. Okay? But at the end of the day, this is Bible prophecy. And World War III is in the scriptures, okay? World War III is in the scriptures, and it is going to happen. This is Revelation chapter 8, and we'll just get straight to the point. And it says, verse 12, and it says, and the first angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and the third part of the moon, and the third part of the stars, so as the third part of them that was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. Verse 13, and it says, and I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound. Woe meaning destruction. Now, when you read the book of Revelation, it speaks about those three woes. You can read about the first woe, which is World War I. You can read about that in Revelation chapter 9. Okay? It's a whole breakdown on that on World War I in Revelation chapter 9. Okay, the second woe already passed, which is World War I. Now the third woe is coming to pass, man, which is what we're going to be living through today. Okay, World War III is going to happen, and it needs to happen because that's the way that America is going to be destroyed. America will be destroyed within 1 hour, okay, because of World War III, because over 200 million missiles are going to be shot over here. And those angels are going to guide those missiles so they can hit the correct areas in this city. I mean, not in this city, but, this city, like scriptures say, this is a city of confusion. You know, and it pretty much is a big city because, you know, back in the ancient days or whatever, if you were going to different cities and everything like that, they'll have the gates blocking off and you have to enter into that gate, and then that'll be the different city. But America, you can drive literally from California to New York on a road, man. So technically, this is a big city. So, but at the end of the day, America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction, okay, because of World War III. This is going to happen, man. And Biden is stirring up the pot, which is a beautiful thing. And he's not going to let up, man. He's not going to let up. So I'm going to get this one last article right here about people and their side effects. Because they took the jab. Now, we've been giving a warning, telling these people not to take it. Don't take it, you know, but people are so proud, man. They have all this pride. They want everything to go back to normal so fast. And, you know, they want to show that they're a so-called good citizen by playing their part and taking this jab so then they can try to help this world get back to normal. But we keep trying to tell you it's not going to happen. I just literally did the video about how Joe Biden wanted to be like Bill Pullman from Independence Day and everything like that. And he wants everybody to have a good Independence Day. And the way that you can have that is if you take these jabs. And now at the end of the day, even Joe Biden said that there are scientists out there saying that this virus can continue and get worse even after people take the jab. And that's what we feel like is going to happen, man. They're going to do another lockdown. Something is going to happen to the point where life, you know, is going to go back to being bullshit again, even though it's bullshit right now, but it's going to get back to the point where everybody will not be able to do what they want to do, man. Okay. And even he said in his press conference or speech, he was like, only small gatherings. So if you take the jab, you still can't even live freely. What's the use of taking it then, man? You got people that's out here literally taking it, right? And they still got to, some people still got to put on the mask. Some people still got to do this, do that. They can't live freely, man. Because at the end of the day, you got to remember, man, this is a plandemic, or let me say pandemic, okay? Because we know it's a plandemic, but this is a pandemic, meaning that the whole world is in it together, man. The whole world is in it together. So nothing will never get back to normal until the whole world is at one. Okay? But the whole world will never be at one. Okay? The only way the world is about to be at one is when everybody realizes that the chip is mandatory everywhere, man. Because that's what they want. They want a one world government, which is their new world order. But get back to this article. It says suburban school district cancels classes after 125 teachers staff call off from the side effects. See, 125, man. A suburban school district was forced to shut down on Thursday after 125 staff and teachers had side effects from the jab. Teachers and staff at the Canelan district were able to get their jab this week. Early Wednesday morning, the district made the decision to pull the plug on school from Canelan's 4,200 students, kindergarten through 12th grade. Starting Tuesday, about 600 teachers and support staff began receiving their second jab of the jab. And 125 of them called in sick with reactions like headaches, fever, and achy joints, man. Damn. And we've been trying to tell you. Like I said, I've been seeing family members, past co-workers, everybody, playing their part, posting pictures on social media. Here's my card and I got mine. So I hope y'all can believe that, this is going to be safe and everything like that. And as you can see, it's not. The scientists literally came out and told people that it literally takes about 3 to 7 years for safe medicine to be out there. Here it is. You got the flu shot that's been around for years, and that's still not even perfected. And now you're trying to tell me they're going to come out with a solution with pretty much under a year or just over a year, a little bit over a year. It's not even been over. Well, yeah, it's been over a year because it started last February. So about a year, 1 year. You trying to tell me this is going to be safe? No, man. Then, like I said, we done brought out all kind of videos exposing what could be up in those things, man. That stuff can kill you, man. And that's been proven that it has. It's been wiping out a couple of people, man. And like I said, a lot of these people are seeing side effects. And a lot of people want to be proud and brag and smile because they took it and nothing happened to them. Okay, whatever. Nothing happened to you then. What about when you take your second, your third one? What then? You just gonna, you never know, man. We keep trying to tell you this could be one of the ways that Esau gets rid of a lot of people, because you got to remember on the Georgia Guidestones and on the Georgia Guidestones, what the First Amendment is, or commandment, was something like that. Literally it was like they want to depopulate the world so it could be about only 500 million people. There's billions of people on the earth, man. So that's a lot of death that has to happen in order for them to reach that achievement. Man. And this could be one of the ways. We keep trying to tell you. But people out here, man, like I said, man, they stupid. They done lost all their common sense because of this pandemic that's going on, man. They done lost it, man. They don't know how to think no more. They don't know how to treat each other. And they don't know what's going on. Point blank, period, man. They just don't know what's going on. And that's all good. Let your common sense be your demise, man. This is Job chapter 13, verse 1. It says, "Lo, my eye have seen all this. My ear hath heard and understood it. What ye know, the same do I know also. I am not inferior unto you. Surely I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with the Most High. But you are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value." Speaking about Esau, man, they are the ultimate liar. They are the deceiver, the devil, which means deceiver, which means liars, man. Okay, they deceive you, they trick you, they spit that game to you, make you believe that everything is gonna be okay, but it's not, man. Just like it says in Thessalonians, man, when they promise you peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh, man. That's because they saying that this thing can help out and this thing can help get things back to normal. You shouldn't instantly believe them, man. You have to think for yourself sometime, man. Stop following what the government and what these TV shows and these news anchors and all of these other people, your president. Stop believing them all the damn time. That's because they in a so-called quote-unquote power seat, and you see all these so-called quote unquote successful people within these different medicine fields and everything, like medical fields and everything like that, that doesn't mean that it's safe, man. Grow some balls, man, and man up. Because at the end of the day, guess what? If you don't, you killing yourself, man. You killing yourself on purpose just because you want to play your part, man. Wake up. Now, this is Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 5. And we're going to close it with this. It said, "Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord." That's exactly what you all are doing out here, man. You trusting in man. Hey, what's the old saying that been going around? You know, we got to work for the man. We got to do this for the man. Who is the man? Everybody know who's the man is. It's Esau, the so-called white man, okay? That's the man. You trusting in this man, okay? And what is it doing to you? It's killing you. It's making you sick. It's putting you more and more in poverty. It's making you homeless. It's making you go to food shelters. It's making you just become the most idiotic and stupid and empty-minded person on the planet Earth, man, because you trusting in this damn devil, man. All right? And making his flesh his arm, and who's departed from the Lord. You're not with the Lord, man. You with Esau. You with Esau. And guess what? Since you want to trust in Esau, you are a cursed person. Verse 6, it says, "For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabit it." Okay? So pretty much when you believe and trust in Esau, man, you in this desert. What happens when you in a desert, you haven't had any water for a long time? You start seeing what they call it, mirages, I believe. You start seeing things that's not there. Then you run to it as if it's going to help you. But then when you get there, you realize there's nothing there. And that's exactly what Esau is giving you now. Nothing. You run into him to receive nothing. You're not receiving health, good health from taking a jab. You're not receiving anything from him, man. You just going to him and you still parched. Your throat is still dry. You still looking for some type of life. But he's not going to give that to you because he's the devil, man. He's going to do exactly what he's created to do, which is destroy you. Okay? Verse 7, it says, "Blessed is a man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and is spreading out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat cometh. But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in a year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit." So there you go, man. When you trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, those are the true waters, okay? Those are the true waters. They are the real waters that's going to give you life, man. They're going to give you real life. They're going to give you everlasting life, and that's what we're seeking for. Okay, so we praying fast to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai so we can live, man. This is the only way that you're going to make it through Jacob's trouble, and this is the only way that you're going to make it through this life, period. Okay? If you choose any other way, you doomed, man. You doomed. Point blank, period. So always seek the Lord, and he'll give you the real waters. He'll give you the real medicine. He'll give you what you need to succeed. Bars. But anyway, I'm just playing. But at the end of the day, man, you know, so much going on within Babylon the Great. You know, we got to keep our eyes and our ears open so we can do what we're supposed to do, man. Because if not, hey, guess what, man? We're going to be looking foolish like these people that's out here now. And not only are we going to be looking foolish, but that foolishness will lead unto death, man. And we don't want to experience death. The only way we want to experience death is if we have to be a martyr for our Lord, man, for our power. Okay? That's the only way we want to experience it. And even then, it's not really death, man, because he's going to raise us right back up in the twinkling of an eye, like the scriptures say, man. And we're going to have that everlasting life. That being a martyr thing, you know, that's just a way of showing your faith to the greatest extent, man. Okay, so it is what it is, man. But other than that, we're not trying to seek death by being foolish, by being stupid, man. We're gonna seek our Lord and our power. All right. So I hope this was edifying, man. Like I said, there's a lot to bring out, and hey, we're gonna keep our eyes and our ears open, man. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Halayim Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquat that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.